Morning students. In the last lecture the question was what is magnetic dipole moment. Okay. So the answer of this question is magnetic dipole moment is the product of current and area. Once again, the product of current and area of coil is called magnetic dipole moment. Okay, the product of current and area. It is denoted by small m. So m is equal to I into A. In vector form, m is equal to I A. The vector is on m and A. Okay, the direction of magnetic moment, it means m, is the direction of area vector. It means m is in the direction of A. Okay. Now our new topic, circular current loop as a magnetic dipole. First we take circular current loop and prove it is magnetic dipole. It means it has two poles. Okay. So first of all, magnetic field on the axis of a current carrying circular loop. This is one topic in this chapter, and the magnetic field is B is equal to mu naught I R square upon 2 x square plus r square to the power 3 by 2. Okay. For x much larger than r, we can neglect r square. Okay, then we get b is equal to mu naught I r square upon 2 x square to the power 3 by 2. Okay, now multiply this equation by pi and divide also. Okay, multiplying and dividing this equation by pi, we get b is equal to mu naught I pi r square upon 2 pi, and 2 is cancel out, so the power x cube. Once again, b is equal to mu naught I into pi r square upon 2 pi x cube. Okay, but pi r square is A. A is equal to pi r square. Okay. So B is equal to mu naught IA upon 2 pi x cube. Now multiplying and dividing this equation by 2, we get mu naught upon 4 pi. Okay, and 2m upon x cube. This is the formula for magnetic dipole. How? Because if we replace B by electric field mu naught upon 4 pi by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught m by P. M is magnetic dipole moment and P is electric dipole moment. X cube is the distance, r cube is also distance, but this formula is for electric field on the axis of an electric dipole. Similarly, this formula is for magnetic field on the axis of a magnetic dipole. So start with magnetic circular current loop, we prove magnetic dipole. Thus, current carrying loop, formula is this, is equivalent to magnetic dipole. Okay. Now magnetic dipole moment of a revolving electron. Magnetic dipole moment of a revolving electron. For this, consider an electron is revolving in an orbit in anti-clockwise direction. Diagram is shown this. An electron is revolving anti-clockwise. Okay, so the current is clockwise. The mass of electron me and the radius of orbit is r. Electron is revolving with velocity v. Small l is angular momentum. Okay, and mu l is orbital magnetic moment. In this case, orbital magnetic moment means magnetic dipole moment, that is denoted by small m, but in this case we denote this by mu l. Okay, so angular momentum L is equal to R cross P. We know this formula. But linear momentum P is equal to mv. So we have L is equal to R cross product me, mass of electron, into V. Now, as the angle between R and V is 90 degrees, so L is equal to R into MEV sin 90, then we get R into MEV. Finally, rearrange this, we get L is equal to MEVR. This E is in subscript. Okay, so VR is equal to L upon ME, equation number 1. Now the current in orbit is I. We know the formula I is equal to Q upon T, but the charge is E, so E upon T. Also we know the formula T is equal to 2 pi R upon V. Then the current is I is equal to E upon 2 pi R. The value we put T is equal to 2 pi R upon V. So I is equal to E upon 2 pi R upon V. In place of T we put this value. Okay, this V goes to numerator, then we get EV upon 2 pi R. Okay, so orbital magnetic dipole moment, this is denoted by mu L in subscript is equal to I into A, the product of current and area. Put the value of current EV upon 2 pi R and area is pi R square. Here one power is cancelled out, pi is cancelled out, so we get EV R upon 2. But VR, only VR is L upon ME. So mu L is equal to E upon 2ME into L. Okay, E upon 2ME into L. In vector notation, mu L is equal to negative of E upon 2ME L vector. Okay, this negative sign shows that mu L means magnetic dipole moment, orbital also, is opposite to the angular momentum L. You can see from the diagram mu L and L both are opposite to each other, and this negative sign shows this. Okay, the ratio of mu L means orbital magnetic moment and L angular momentum is called gyromagnetic ratio. Okay, that is mu L upon L equal to E upon 2ME. Okay, the value of this ratio, gyromagnetic ratio, is constant and is equal to 8.8 into 10 to the power 10 coulomb per kg for an electron. Okay, for an electron the value is this. Now, according to Bohr's second postulate, Bohr's have three postulates. In second postulate, angular momentum is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. So, angular momentum L is equal to nh upon 2 pi. Now, since mu L is equal to E upon 2me into L, so we get mu L is equal to E upon 2me and put the value of L nh upon 2 pi. Now, taking n is equal to 1, we get mu L minimum because we are taking n 1. E h n is 1 upon 4 pi me. After putting the value of these constants, we get mu L minimum, means orbital magnetic moment has minimum value for n is equal to 1, that is equal to 9.27 into 10 to the power minus 24 ampere meter square. Okay, this value of orbital magnetic dipole moment is called Bohr magneton. Once again, this value of orbital magnetic moment is known as Bohr magneton because we use Bohr postulate. Now, one important topic of this chapter is moving coil galvanometer, MCG. Okay, a galvanometer or moving coil galvanometer, it means MCG is a device used to detect oblique measure, because it is also used to detect and it is also used to measure a small current in an electric circuit. When a small current is flowing in an electric circuit, then galvanometer can detect a current of microampere also. Okay, the principle of galvanometer is when a current carrying coil is placed in uniform magnetic field. Current carrying coil is placed in uniform magnetic field, it experiences a torque. This is magnetism. Okay.